Hello everyone, this is Roxy. Well, that's a slightly older photo of me, but that's me. And I'm only not going on camera because I've been painting all day and I'm covered with paint. So, I just want to introduce you to my studio. This is where I paint, and I have lots of pretty little things around. I think for an artist, you have to have just cool things around. This is an incredible painting that I actually picked up, if you can believe it, at Goodwill. But this artist used a lot of texture in the artwork, and I just love the bright colors. And the perspective is off just a little bit, but that's what's cool about it. I love that. I actually love that about the painting, because I think sometimes artists get too technical when they go to school. You know, I've seen talented artists be educated right out of being an artist because they're told that their art has to be an exact way, follow conventional rules. Well, look at Monet. I mean, he did Sunrise, and it was touted as not even a painting. It was an impression of a painting. It was a doodle, or whatever they called it. And look at him now. You know, dead and gone, and still millions of dollars. You can't even afford one of his paintings. They're priceless. By the way, this is something I'm working on right now. It's some wisteria on a French palace-looking building. Really, it's beautiful, but everything's pretty in France, right? So I just wanted to introduce you to my studio. This is actually a roller desk where I keep my oil paints most of the time. And this slides in and out, so everything is at my disposal. When I'm painting, like for instance this painting, that's to the right of me, and I have both sides at my disposal so that I can focus on the painting and then record what I'm doing. And sometimes I'll change the lighting just to see how it looks in the dark, see if the contrast is popping. So these are just things that I do, and I just thought you'd like to see my studio. This is in Murrieta, California right now. So it's a huge, and there's Monet, right? I have to have a Monet. But I have all these pretty little things, just little flowers, and I just got these because I'm going to paint them. I love porcelain vases of all different crazy shapes. I mean, I actually sent off for these from Italy. There's some little cotton and candles, and it smells really nice in here. And so there's some miniature work. And I got this Buddha in Cape Cod. I was visiting my father, and whenever I've been there, we pop into these art shops, these local art shops, and I buy things because artists collect other artists. They do. So anyway, oh, and this is a calendar with Lorenzi Estate wines on it. It's a print of my painting. And this is where I store, by the way, the canvases, the oil paintings, because, you know, oil paintings don't dry for like a year. So you have to store them somewhere until they dry. For instance, this one, and I have to date them on the back. This is a horse painting that I did. And she's drying right now. Right, if I'm going to paint a horse, it has to be like a pretty horse, you know, it has to be like the gorgeous movie star horse. Anyway, so I have this, I got this drying rack, and they stay in the closet so that dust doesn't get on them, and then I have like a foam board covering it so that dust doesn't actually drift down onto it. But I thought you would like to just see, where do I paint? Where do these things get stored? You know, I have extra canvases, large canvases. Usually they're actually in a storage unit that I have, but I have to keep some on hand. And this is my new Arches oil paper. It's huge. Usually I paint very small paintings, but I'm getting bigger now that I have this giant studio. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'm thinking of recording some longer videos instead of doing time lapse, and just talk about the painting that I'm painting in case anyone's interested. So if you'd like something like that, if you'd like to watch and listen to my thoughts as I'm painting, I'm happy to do that. I've just been thinking about it because a lot of people ask me if I teach, and I don't really teach. I'm usually thinking or just off on some other planet when I'm painting, and so I don't really think about, I don't know how to explain what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I'm just doing it. So, but I'm thinking about doing that, and if you think that's something you'd want to watch, and maybe you can learn something from me, I don't know, then let me know, you know, like the video or subscribe or leave a comment or something, okay? This is where I keep, you have to have all your supplies at hand. That's one thing I know about an artist. When I used to live in this little matchbox apartment and I had to put everything away, and then to paint was a project. I'd have to pull it all out. I mean, it's difficult. So now everything is set up and ready. I do have, my acrylic paints are down here and I travel with those, so those they come and go, but at least my oil paints are all in order. And also, if you're an artist in a small studio, you got to have these. I have 2 of them, fans, because the linseed oil will kill you. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is my latest painting. I'm pleased with how it's turning out. It's not finished yet, but thanks for tuning in.